Hi guys, welcome back to the Daily Dreamer. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me for a dream today. I appreciate that. Okay, we have a new moon coming in. Cancer. That's great. Cancer's just a whirlwind of emotions. We are going to discuss this dream that I had, and it was a pretty cool dream, and I'm going to tie it into the new moon coming in. All right, so I wake up, come to, and there is nothing but stars everywhere. It's like I'm in space. I'm walking on top of the globe of the earth, it seemed. And it didn't even matter what was below me, even if there wasn't anything. I don't know. It was strange. It felt like I was walking on top of the earth, but I'm looking at the sky. That was my main focus. And I'm thinking I'm going to be here for a while because I was just mesmerized by all of the different views that I've got. Well, as I'm walking, I approached some beings that are laying down, and they're laying down on like the sand. And the sand obviously is to a beach. And I'm thinking, this is cool. I got a beach in space. So I sit down next to them. At first, I don't say anything. I notice they've got like the staff, like shepherds. And they're just laying there and they're watching the sky. And I said to them, what are we watching? And they said, we're watching the sky. We're, taking care of our sheep and we're bored. So while we're taking care of our sheep, we just figured we would look at the sky and trace and make animals and birds. I thought that's pretty cool. And so we sat there and that's what we did. We kept coming up with the bear, the lion. And then it dawned on me that I think we were making up the zodiac. Anyways, okay. So continuing on. As we're sitting there, we're making up these animals. We're having a great time. The ocean starts to become a bit louder. All right. So I can just see the waves now starting to form and now they're starting to clash. It was very interesting because as we're sitting there, we're watching and this being appears over the ocean. It's like she's gliding. And she was just taking her hand and she was just kind of guiding the ocean however she wanted it. It was like at her beck and will. At that point then she approaches us, and it seemed like, when the waves kind of settled, there were these sea crabs that she had with her little crabs, but they were all different colors. They were rainbows. They were light. They were big ones. They were little ones. They were scurrying. They were running on the beach. They were everywhere. They were just everywhere. Some floated. So it just, but the one thing they had all in common was they all had a glow or an aura about them. Okay. So now it just looked like this being that's floating over the water with just nothing but little minions of colors, I backed up a bit because it was a bit overwhelming with all the crabs running around. I didn't know what they were there for. I didn't know what they were going to do. So I backed up a bit, but she extended her arms. And when she extended her arms, the thought was conveyed that I was there to receive a gift. Okay, well, this gift was something that I was allowed to take back as much as possible that I could to the physical realm. It was an ocean that she was carrying for me of water for all of us to cleanse in. And as these energies were here for her to give to me to take back, I could now feel my own energies that crept up from my heart to my throat. And then now they started into tears. And my tears eventually started streaming down. But instead of just disappearing like they normally do, they actually blended in with the ocean. It was though I was giving her my tears and she was giving back the water for me to cleanse them with, which is ironic, right? So anyway, so what happened at that point? I stood up so that I can get the full, feel of it, but I was whisked back to consciousness before I could fill up. So what a dream was that? That was a crazy one. It was cool. I knew exactly what it was, so let's go find out about this dream, shall we? All right, guys. So what does that dream mean? All right. Well, we're going to tie it into the new moon that we are dealing with right now, coming into Cancer. All right, did you know that at one point that stars were considered to be living things that actually were capable of influencing destinies of individuals, nations, race? Some even believe that the celestial bodies even participated in the affairs of men as well. Well, the word zodiac, it's Greek, and I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, but we're going to try. It's Greek, and it comes from the word zodiakos. okay? And what that means is circle of animals, or some say small animals, okay? The Greeks, they divided these band of zodiac into 12 sections, each being 16 degrees in width and 30 degrees in length. These divisions were actually called the house of the zodiac. Now, every year, the sun took its journey from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere, to the far south, right? Well, the sun during its annual journey was said to have passed through each one of these zodiac signs. But each year, the sun passes entirely around the zodiac, but it returns to a point from which it starts, but it falls short just every year of making the complete circle of the heavens in the allotted amount of time that it has. So as a result, it crosses the equator just a little behind the spot of the zodiac sign that it did the previous year. Each sign of the zodiac consists of 30 degrees, and as the sun loses about 1 degree every 72 years, it regresses or retrogrades, okay, through one entirely constellation or sign in approximately every 2,160 years. So eventually, it's going to retrograde through the entire zodiac constellation in about, if you add it all up, 25,920 years, give or take a few, right? That's a long time. This lovely retrograde motion that it makes is called the precession of equinoxes, okay? This means that in the course of about the 25,920 years or so, which, by the way, constitutes one great solar year or Platonic year, each one of these 12 constellations, it's going to occupy at the vernal equinox for approximately 2,160 years. That's a heck of a long time, all right? And then it'll give way to a previous sign. All right, so currently, right now, we have a new moon coming up tonight, tomorrow. It's entering into Cancer for us. So what does that mean? Well, it's here that we start the summer solstice. This is great. The summer solstice starting in Cancer, which is the crab, which, by the way, did you know that the Egyptians, they called the crabs scarabs? Scarabs, I don't know if you know what they are, but they are a beetle that are like known to be like the head honcho of the insect kingdom. So they're like badass, if you will, right? They are extremely sacred to the Egyptians because they regarded them as the symbol of eternal life. The sun, after passing through the Cancer house, now it's going to head far south, right? And while it does this, it proceeds to walk backwards, or it descends into the zodiac arc. So as it goes on its journey away from its northern home to the southern home, it's walking backwards. Cancer is known as the symbol of generation. She is the house of the moon, and she is known as the great mother of all things. She is the life force of nature. She is the mother of the zodiac. Diana, the Greek goddess, her name, is called the mother of the great world. Or it might be great mother of the world. Either way, she's a head honcho too. She is the ever-flowing river of truth and emotions. And she operates these oceans of vastness by attracting and heaving the waters at her beck and will. She has no problem doing that because she's in control of her emotions. All right? The female energies that she embodies of passivity, emotions, nurturing, caring, compassion, love. She is here to say that, guess what? They have been roadblocks for us. And now she is here to remove those roadblocks, okay? And the roadblocks were there prior to her arrival, but she is here to say that she's got our back. She's here to take them away from us. She says they kept getting in the way of the things that we wanted to accomplish. Anything that we desired, we couldn't do because we were held back emotionally, all right? But now is the time with her arrival to let them go and go with the flow. She represents a very highly intuitive connection to spirit. And she comes because she wants to strengthen that connection to the world here. She wants to be able to base a world that is created on the connection to the higher self, you. The new moon right now is arriving, and she wants us to know that she is going to be here to heal all of the distortions and the illusions that we have had about certain issues in our lives. She holds her arms open in compassion. She is waiting for your allowance and your permission of the healing energies so that they can come through. But she is standing there being patient. All she wants to do is ignite the female energies and force within us so that we can utilize it to heal ourselves. Her lovely little nymphs, her little subordinate personifications, they arrive and they're in the form of sea crabs. Sounds like scarabs, doesn't it? Sea crabs, scarabs, yeah. These animals, I don't know if you knew this, I just found this out and it was amazing. These animals are actually, they have the ability to actually spontaneously detach from their own body any limb that is mutilated, harmed, or hurt, right? It could just chop it all off somehow and reproduce it, which is crazy. And that's, I can see why she brings them with them. She's trying to tell us, cut off those emotions that are negatively hurting you. Okay, let them go. You will create better ones, new ones in their place. So utilize the crab, let's take a lesson from them. Right now, they are coming in with her. They are riding the waves and they are bringing her energies and her secrets with them. They are here to tell you that right now, this time, those energies will be linking up and they will be interacting with us. So be prepared if you're a bit emotional this coming month, okay? Because it's them here trying to attempt to gain the balance within, okay? On your own emotions, gotta let them go. This is a time of reconnecting to the home, to the family. This is about being able to reconnect and heal the relationship to our own childhood experiences so that we can nurture ourselves moving forward in a very healthy way. We're not hanging on to the baggage, the negative emotions, the negative, things that are holding us back. This is about inner child work. It is about being that parent that we need now to help our own little inner child so that we can move forward, creating a world based on healing rather than wounds. Right now, she is telling us that we need to balance that connection to mind and spirit as we work our way into the lovely full moon that is going to be coming in July, which is, ironically, the opposite end, Capricorn. Capricorn, even gets better, is known as the father of the zodiac. Okay, so now we got the mother and we got the father linking up. This is going to be interesting. So you guys got to get your emotions in check. Take 5 minutes, tune in. Capricorn, we know, the father of the zodiac. Whatever healing that was needed for you to give others is now coming back to you. It's going to pour itself back into you, and we need to utilize that. Wherever it was that you needed to hold yourself back from your own nurturing and love, well, it's rising back within. All right? So take advantage of it. Right now, it's time for you to go ahead and feel that same connection that you were giving others. So take a moment. All right. Just gain better balance of your emotions so that you're not reacting in a world that's going to always continuously test that for you. We are all comprised right now of male and female energies. We are all being called to reclaim the power of the Divine Mother within us during this phase. So how do we do that? Tuning in. She is reminding us that the healing powers that are coming from her are a message to us, okay? Mother Earth is here to remind us that working with the water that she has, the water to cleanse away all that was, so that we can create something new from a pure place in the heart, well, it's going to hold magic far beyond what you will ever have known or ever have seen. So give it a moment, give it a chance, sit down. The waters that stream from your eyes when you deal with these past issues that are no longer benefiting you, they are the essence of life force energy coming through you. So allow them to happen. Don't shy away from the tears because it is life force itself coming into creation into you. Do you even recognize the abilities that you have? Do you even recognize the potential magic and power that lies within the waters of your heart if you just let go to make room for something new? These emotions that you are feeling right now, if you are being a bit emotional or being dramatic, they are serving you a divine message from Source itself. So tune in. You are created to be source energy from Source itself. And in being source energy, you are here with Mother Gaia so that you are able to heal yourself so that you can help her heal others. In order to do that, you got to first hear the cries of your own self. All right, you got to tune in. You got to be able to tune in and recognize the worthiness within the streams of your own emotions, okay, that flow through your infinite being. You have to do this in order to begin to receive the cleansing of the mother's energies that are needed here to help you so that you can help her. But you got to tune in first. You got to do a little bit of work, and then she'll come in and she'll be able to help. But you got to make room for it. Take some time to connect to your heart and your emotions. And should you feel the need to let those tear streams flow, do so. Let them go, because it is the only way that is going to heal yourself so that you can help heal others. Till next dream, folks. So thank you so much. Many blessings, sweet dreams to you.